students. So we will have plenty of time for questions at the end. This presentation will be facilitated both in English and Spanish. Bienvenidos, gracias por acompañarnos hoy. Mi nombre es Marlene Leiva y soy la coordinadora del programa Project Race. Hoy voy a hablar de nuestro programa y compartir todos los beneficios y recursos que tenemos para los estudiantes que quieren carreras en ciencias naturales, tecnología, ingeniería y matemáticas, lo que nosotros llamamos STEM. Esta presentación la daré en inglés y en español. Tendremos tiempo para preguntas después de la presentación. So what is Project Race? Project Race focuses on increasing the number of Latinx and low-income transfer STEM students. Through Project Race, we offer assistance through the Race Transfer Program, peer advisors, and the summer internship program. So Project Race se enfoca en aumentar el número de estudiantes latinos y estudiantes que se transfieren a Cal State Fullerton para que completen su licenciatura y ingresen a carreras de ciencia, tecnología, ingeniería y matemáticas. A través del Project Race, ofrecemos asistencia a nuestros estudiantes. Los estudiantes benefician del Race Transfer Program, mentores y el Summer Internship Program. The Race Transfer Program is a transition program for STEM students transferring to Cal State Fullerton. All transfer students in the College of Natural Sciences and Mathematics and Engineering and Computer Science are invited to participate. Through RTP, students can build community with other STEM students through our social events that happen all throughout the semester. RTP participants also connect with graduation specialists for educational planning and career specialists for career development through one-on-one meetings and workshops. RTP students are also assigned a peer advisor. And lastly, our students also get priority registration, which is a huge benefit. El programa, yes?
We're still seeing the first slide. I'm not sure if we need to move to another one.
Oh, okay. Give me just a second.
Thank you.
Can you see the screen that I'm on? The Race Transfer Program? Perfect. Thank you so much, Alejandra. Sorry about that. But yes, so Race Transfer Program, priority registration, such a huge benefit. El programa Race Transfer Program se dedica a ayudar a estudiantes en STEM que se transfieren a Cal State Fullerton. Todos los estudiantes en ciencias naturales, tecnología, ingeniería y matemáticas están invitados a participar. Estudiantes conocerán a otros estudiantes con la misma carrera, se conectarán con profesionales que ayudan con metas de graduación y carrera, tendrán acceso a talleres académicos y profesionales y podrán inscribirse en clases antes que otros estudiantes. So we offer workshops through the academic year to help students with academic success, stress and time management, and career development. We also have recorded workshops that students can access anytime. We currently have recorded workshops on how to defeat Zoom fatigue, on campus resources, study tips, and prepare for graduate school. We also strive to build community and offer social events like transfer student hangouts and game nights. Ofrecemos talleres durante todo el año académico para ayudar a los estudiantes con el éxito académico y también ofrecemos talleres que preparan los estudiantes para sus carreras profesionales. Nos esforzamos para construir una comunidad y también ofrecemos eventos sociales. So RTP participants get assigned a peer advisor who has a similar background experience being a transfer STEM student themselves. They are resource advocates and help students get acclimated to Cal State Fullerton. They're so great. Our students really enjoy the connection and rapport they build with their peer advisor. Los estudiantes del programa tienen un mentor que es una persona que apoya y conecta a estudiantes a recursos. También dan consejos de estudios y estos mentores también son estudiantes que se transfirieron a Cal State Fullerton que estudian STEM. Muchos de nuestros estudiantes están agradecidos que tengan ese apoyo y puedan hablar con un colega de clases y sus experiencias. So RTP students also benefit from the summer internship program. We help students with their resume and cover letter, seek out internships in STEM, and connect them to employers. We also offer career development workshops like managing your professional profile and conducting an effective job and internship search. So Project RAISE facilita el Summer Internship Program para que estudiantes obtengan oportunidades en STEM en el verano. Nosotros ayudamos con sus currículos, entrevistas simuladas, conexiones con empleados para oportunidades profesionales y ofrecemos talleres de desarrollo profesional. Y también ayudamos con sus currículos o LinkedIn, que es una plataforma que ayuda a estudiantes a conseguir trabajo o conectarse con compañías o organizaciones. So although your transfer plans may not be final, you can still confirm your participation for RTP. So we will go ahead and put the link in the chat so you can access the confirmation form. So confirming your participation will help us keep you up to date about activities for new transfer students, including orientation specifically for RTP students. So there is no penalty for confirming your participation now, even if you did not end up transferring to Cal State Fullerton, but we really do hope you do become a Titan. So estudiantes pueden confirmar su participación en el programa hoy. Please feel free to reach out to us for any questions you have about RTP. We encourage you to follow us for more information about Project RACE activities and RTP on Instagram at CSUF Project RACE or Facebook. You can also visit our website to learn more. Lastly, we want to hear your voices. So if you can please copy this link in a browser and complete this survey after this presentation, we truly appreciate it. And now I will use this time for any questions you may have. Please feel free to unmute yourself or use the chat as well to ask questions. So does anyone have any questions at all?
Hi, everyone. I also just wanted to add that I was a student and then eventually I was a peer advisor for Project RAISE. So if you have any questions about more about the program or just my experience, I am more than welcome to share how Project RAISE helped me along my journey. So just throwing that out there.
Yeah. Go for it.
Well, when I was filling out the form, we had like a list of things to do in order to stay in RTP. If we missed one of the things on there, what would happen to our participation?
That's a great question. So right now we're very flexible and we're able to accommodate. So we understand that personal situations occur, and although these requirements, they're not meant to be overwhelming at all for students. A lot of it is probably going to be things that you are going to do anyway, like go to office hours or SI. It's probably things that you are probably already do at your community college. But if that were to occur, you would just communicate with your peer advisor or with myself, and we'll be able to help you meet these requirements.
Also, just wanted to add that I was one of those persons when I was a student. I was heavily involved in my research. And so one of the things that I wasn't able to complete was joining a club just because time management. I'm also a single mom and I have a bunch of other stuff on my plate. And so I talked to the student coordinator for the program And I told them that, this is what I'm doing, and it seems to be really hard for me to join a club. And I understand the benefits of joining a club, but I just can't do it right now. And so they would completely worked with me, and they said, doing research, we understand that it's such a time consuming thing. So they were able to work with me, and I was still able to be part of Project Raise for the 3 years that I was at Cal State Fullerton.
So la pregunta fue que si los estudiantes que quieren estar parte del programa tienen que completar ciertos metas en nuestros programas, y si no pueden, ¿qué podemos hacer por ellos? So, nosotros queremos decir que ayudamos a todos los estudiantes y podemos trabajar con los estudiantes. Si algo pasa, nosotros entendemos que estudiantes tienen otras cosas en sus vidas, tienen a lo mejor responsabilidades de familia o trabajo. So, nosotros trabajamos con estos estudiantes para que hagan esas metas.
Y yo quería agregar, yo cuando era estudiante para el programa, yo no a veces podía hacer todas las metas que teníamos que hacer por parte del programa, porque tenía otras cosas que hacer, como por ejemplo trabajar, tenía que hacer mi research o mi cosas de ciencia en la escuela, y entonces eso me quitaba mucho tiempo. Entonces yo hablé con la Student Academic Support System for Project Raise, and les dije todo lo que estaba pasando conmigo, y fueron me entendieron y dijeron que estaba bien, que ellos entendían que tenía que ser un estudiante primero y que no importaba mientras ellos veían que hacía las otras cosas de los metas, estaba bien. Y entonces pude ser parte del programa por los 3 años que estuve en Fullerton.
Another question that was asked on the chat was, is it open to all transferring STEM students? So yes, the RAISE transfer program is open to all incoming STEM transfer students. Students just have to have a major within the natural sciences and mathematics, and those in engineering and computer science. So, unas de las preguntas que tenemos es que si el programa es para todos los estudiantes que se van a transferir a Cal State Fullerton, y sí. So, este programa, todos los estudiantes que andan agarrando carreras en STEM benefician de este programa y pueden ser parte de este programa. So, está abierto para todos los estudiantes que se van a transferir a Cal State Fullerton.
Miss Garcia, for your research, were you able to get it through emailing a faculty or through?
Yeah, so my research, because I was part of the undergrad research experience, I was able to just kind of continue into the lab once I transferred, but I have helped some of my students get into research labs after they've transferred, because they were not part of the undergrad research experience. And we will help you. We will help you how to navigate that, how to ask your professor, how to write them an email. We always tell them, go to office hours, get to know them so that they get to know you as well. And then once you see the opportunity, and they get to know you more as a student, you can ask them, send them an email, or go to their office hours and tell them, can I join your lab? And we will totally help you with that. Your peer advisor is more than happy. Most of our peer advisors do research. And not just that, we also encourage you to apply to programs that will fund your research, such as myself. I was part of the LSAMP program, and they gave me a $5,000 scholarship yearly just so I can do research. And so that was just beneficial, because that kind of I didn't have to work as much and spend more time just focusing on my research.
Was it in an independent research for the grant?
Yeah, so after I finished the undergrad research experience, because that was only for 8 weeks, later on I did the research on my own through my lab at Cal State Fullerton.
May I ask in what major?
So I'm a biology major, but my research was in biochemistry.
Oh, that's really cool. Thank
Yeah.
you. I was yes.
No worries.
So, esta pregunta se enfocó más en cómo ayudan los estudiantes cuando es de experiencia de investigar de ciencias. So Alejandra fue una participante del programa Project Race y de URE, que eso es algo también que es parte de Project Race, y anda compartiendo sus experiencias. Los mentores de este programa también conectan a los estudiantes a esos recursos. Tenemos muchos recursos aquí en la escuela de Cal State Fullerton para estudiantes que quieren experienciar más en research.
So, fui un poquito diferente porque yo había hecho el programa de Project Race un poquito antes de que me transfiera de mi colegio comunitario a Cal State Fullerton. Pero lo que estaba comentando es que como yo, como ayudante a los estudiantes, a mí me encanta ayudar a mis estudiantes que quieran meterse en lo que es research. So, research es como, por ejemplo, hacer experimentos para avanzar la ciencia en nuestros laboratorios que tenemos en Cal State Fullerton. Entonces, yo fui muy afortunada de que yo pude continuar en mi laboratorio haciendo mis experimentos, pero hay estudiantes que no tienen esa oportunidad hasta que ya se hayan transferido. Entonces, lo que yo hago es, yo los ayudo en cómo hacer el procedimiento para que se puedan meter a un laboratorio. Entonces, a veces les digo, les recomiendo que tienen que ir a ver su profesor cuando son horas de oficina o para que se empiezan a conocer uno al otro. Y entonces ya cuando sea el tiempo adecuado, les digo cómo, por ejemplo, mandarles un correo electrónico para que se puedan decir que están interesados en ese laboratorio o ir personalmente. Y también otra cosa que nos gusta apoyar a nuestros estudiantes es que hay muchos programas que les pagan a los estudiantes para hacer este tipo de research o trabajar en nuestros laboratorios. So, por ejemplo, yo estaba en el programa LSAMP y a mí me daban un scholarship o me dieron $5,000 anuales simplemente para trabajar en este laboratorio. Entonces, para mí fue una gran ayuda porque significó que no tengo que trabajar tanto y mejor enfocarme en hacer este trabajo en el laboratorio, que finalmente me ayudó mucho porque fue lo que me ayudó a entrar ahora a mis clases de higher learning o más arriba, que ahora voy a empezar en noviembre.
And on our website, you can actually see the different type of research experience. There's videos of those participants that have that talk about their experience in these research opportunities. But again, the peer advisor is really great on offering those resources. So en nuestra website también ofrecemos estos recursos que ayudan de esa experiencia que Alejandra habló. Any more questions? We love questions. So one of the questions that we have in the chat, what are some of the program requirements? Really great questions. So as a new student, you are required to meet with your peer advisor at least twice a semester. Another one is to complete 3 co-curricular activities such as SI, office hours, or tutoring. So again, like I mentioned before, more than likely, these are things that you have already done, right, at your community colleges. These requirements are there to really benefit you, right? When we talk about academic success, we need to talk about going to office hours, going to tutoring and SI. You can also fulfill those requirements by attending other campus events. We also require students to attend an RTP workshop or event. So like I mentioned before, we do offer so many workshops throughout the semester. A lot of it are academic workshops, like how to manage when you're feeling burnt out, or other workshops on mental health, but we also have a lot of social events. So if you can actually see on this phone here, the flyer, we just had a game night on who is on the game Among Us. So there are so many ways that you can fulfill these requirements, but we understand that sometimes the time is just not there. I know that students oftentimes they take about 12 or more units. So we have those recorded workshops as well to help you fulfill these requirements. You can access that at any time. And a lot of the recorded workshops, they're nothing lengthy. I think maybe they're about 13 minutes and 13 minutes long. So these are more some of the requirements that we do ask of students. I think Alejandra touched on this too. One of the other requirements is to be part of a campus club. And the reason for that is because we really want you to get involved when it comes to experience, right? This is something that you can really put on your resume, especially if you are taking a leadership position. But if you cannot fulfill that requirement right now, especially because of the pandemic, virtual meetings might look a little different. So if that's not the case, you can attend another campus event or another RTP workshop or event to fulfill that requirement. We also ask our students to meet with the career and academic specialists. So the career specialist is really great in offering more help in developing your resume. Perhaps if you have questions about grad school and you're thinking about like doing a personal statement, all that, they're really great at that. And then the academic specialists, I like to think of them as like an educational counselor. They really help you with the educational planning component of it, looking over your title and degree audit, which is where it's a list of all your classes to make sure that you're on the right track for graduation. So, una de las preguntas fue cuáles son los requirements para entrar o para participar en el programa. Y los otros, las metas, los voy a llamar metas ahorita. Sí, pedimos a los estudiantes que participen en hablar con sus profesores. Esa es una meta que nosotros pensamos que es algo para el éxito académico. También conectamos a los estudiantes con un graduation specialist y también con un career specialist.
So for me at first, these requirements I'm not gonna lie, when I first heard them, they did feel like they were lengthy and I was like, oh my God, what am I getting myself into? But once I started doing them, they were so beneficial for me. I was the kind of person at my community college that didn't really necessarily go out and try to get help or for just many reasons. And so I know some of the requirements for these, we are kind of in a way, quote unquote, forced to go meet our career specialists, go to office hours and all those things. And I cannot tell you enough how beneficial that is, building those relationships with professors, because when you want to go to grad school or whatever, even if you just want to get like a scholarship or whatever it is, you need letters of recommendation. And so when a strong letter of recommendation comes from them knowing you, not just your grades, but them knowing you, how you are, how you are as a person, right? And so that's when you go to office hours and start making those connections. Same with like the career specialist. I mean, I was so panicked that I might not graduate on time, so I would go with them to the graduation specialist every summer or every semester. And I was like to the point that they knew me by name. And so if they saw me in the hallways, they would like literally say, hi, Alejandra, how are you? So that's how often I would go to them. But it was still really amazing having that relationship with them, because before I'm at community college, I really didn't talk to anybody and kind of just would go to class and then leave, because I feel like that's kind of like the how do you say it, it is the feeling at a community college. You go to class and then you go home or you go to work just because everybody's so busy. But at a 4-year, that's not necessarily the case. You have to be open to try these new experiences. So lo que estaba diciendo es que mi experiencia, yo cuando estaba en el colegio comunitario nomás iba a clases y me iba a mi casa o me iba a trabajar o lo que sea, porque prácticamente así es casi la rutina cuando uno va al colegio comunitario. Pero cuando uno se transfiere, como por ejemplo a una universidad, es un poquito diferente. Uno tiene que salir de su burbuja, por decir, y ir a ver a esta gente que nosotros ponemos metas para los estudiantes, como ir a ver los profesores, ir a ver lo que se llama Career Specialist, que te ayuda a, si uno quiere trabajar, qué quieres hacer con tu degree, cuando te recibas, qué es lo que tú puedes trabajar. O otra persona que también me ayudó mucho fue lo que se llama su graduation specialist, que ellos son los que te ayudan a que te gradúes de tiempo. Y entonces yo, por ejemplo, iba con mi graduation specialist cada semestre porque era uno de mis grandes, como pánico que no me vaya a graduar a tiempo. Y entonces era al punto hasta que me conocían a nombre y me veían, si me veían en los corredores, me decían, hola Alejandra, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo está tu hija? A ese punto de que ya me conocían tan bien. Entonces, eso de verdad que me ayudó mucho porque ya cuando necesitaba cartas de recomendación para cualquier cosa, como por ejemplo para agarrar scholarships o para ahora que ya estoy queriendo ir a más lo que se llama graduate school, a avanzar mi título. Necesitas esas cartas de recomendaciones. Entonces, para agarrar esas buenas cartas de recomendaciones, como a nosotros nos gusta decir, uno tiene que tener esa relación muy importante con su maestro, que sea más de sus grados. Entonces, por eso le ponemos estos métodos a los estudiantes para que ellos sean, triunfen, no nomás a Cal State Fullerton, pero más allá de que cuando que ya se gradúen y quieran ese segundo meta, qué es lo que ellos puedan hacer y triunfen en bien.
Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. We truly appreciate it. If you have any more questions, feel free to email us. I will include the email in the chat. You can also go to our website to learn more. I know this is a lot of information, but you have access to all this information on our website. And I encourage you to continue following us on Instagram and Facebook. Muchas gracias por venir hoy y por estar con nosotros hoy. Si tienen preguntas, pueden ir al our website para agarrar nuestro email y nomás agarrar nuestro contact info para que puedan preguntarnos más preguntas. Siempre estamos ahí y para ese apoyo que los estudiantes necesitan. Muchas gracias.
Thank you guys so much. Have a
Thank you.
great day.
You too. Make sure you sign up.